do a podcast with my wife called Plug Talks, a podcast where we interview a different girl every week and then sleep with her on camera. Sweet.
And thanks for coming back on, guys. I love you a lot. Our last conversation, I just had like a lot of respect for you and
if that wasn't it, he also platformed an individual who by his own admission can't, quote, put down the cup, end quote. In other words, he can't stop using drugs. Secondly, he had platformed a religious clown and adulterer, namely Carl Lentz. And thirdly, he platformed a heretic, Johnny Chang. Johnny Chang also teaches his false doctrine of free grace, or also known as the heresy of the Nicolaitans. In addition to that, he maintains this false doctrine of cessationism that purports that any claim of prophecy or words of knowledge or dreams or visions today are not from God. They don't exist, and they stop at the close of the canon. And if anybody claims to have these dreams and visions, that it is by default inherently demonic. Yo, so my one question for this youngster is this. What in the world are you doing platforming drug addicts, heretics, and pimps, i.e., corn stars? Yo, so what in the world is our excuse? What are we going to say? Oh, man, we're just up out here trying to win souls, man. You know what I'm saying? We're just trying to be like Jesus, trying to sit with sinners, you know what I mean? Is that really our philosophy? Because let me tell you this. Let's read it in context, because Jesus sat with sinners, or rather, sinners sat with him, who left and abandoned their lifestyles, who abandoned their sin. If that wasn't the case, the Bible will not explicitly state in Psalm chapter 1, blessed is the man that walks not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor stands in the way of sinners, nor sits in the seat of the scornful. In the book of Jude, the Bible says, hate even the garment spotted and corrupted by the flesh. We seem to be very tolerant, in fact, among the wicked and their filthy garments. Nay, not merely tolerate it, we seem to delight in it and be well pleased in their company and presence. David said that I'd rather be a doorkeeper in the house of my God than to dwell in the tents along with wicked people. We could be platforming reputable, anointed, seasoned, articulate, knowledgeable, wise, and holy men. But instead of that, we'd rather platform wicked men. The author to the Hebrews says that the world is not worthy of us. I can dwell in the presence of great men and expose my audience and my platform or my followers to all these great men that have something to impart, something wise to say, a great and notable example to lead this young generation. But no, instead, we platform trash and garbage. In the name of what? In the name of being relevant, in the name of Christianity, in the name of love, a love without borders, a love without standards, a love without righteousness? God forbid. As Leonard Ravenhill said, I'm embarrassed of the Church of Jesus Christ in the West because I believe it is an embarrassment to a holy God.